Hey, I'm Johnny with upfitsupply.com, and today we're installing a Link LB20 on our Ford Transit midroof. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be following this install guide as best we can. Link provides a great installation manual, so make sure you follow this as your ultimate source of information, and we're going to follow this to the best of our ability as well for our own install. So for this install, you're going to want to make sure you clear off the area where you're going to be doing the installation, making sure you have the clearances necessary shown in the install guide. Now the ramp itself is pretty heavy, so it'd be good to have a second set of hands. I've got Ryan in the studio with me today to help me with this install. Link sends these mounted onto a pallet, so you're just gonna remove the 4 screws from the pallet. All right, so now that we've got the ramp kind of fit into place where we kind of want it, we just want to make some measurements to make sure it's exactly where it should be. Link recommends 1.5 inches of clearance on either side of the ramp, and then you're going to want 4 to 9 inches of space from the base plate of the ramp to the edge of the floor here. And now, of course, you also want to make sure that your doors can shut without issue, and if there's any kind of shelving or anything inside of your van, that there's clearance as well. We have a folding shelf in the back of here, so we want to make sure that can open and close without any issues. All right, now that we've got the ramp in position where we want it, we're gonna mark the holes in the spots that we're gonna be doing some drilling. Now, because of the floor we have in this van, we're gonna use 2 of the factory or the Link supplied hardware, and then you can also use plus nuts if it's too hard to get to the area underneath the van. So you have to use 2 plus nuts per one of the 7/16 bolts, and all this is in the install guide too. But we're using 2 1/4-inch plus nuts for the closest area to us, and then 1 of the 7/16 bolts for the back. I've got my drill bit for the plus nut, and we put a drill stop on here just in case I accidentally overdo it and go too far. This will keep me from puncturing further into the vehicle than I mean to. So then you just get it in place and drill through. I forgot you only need 1 bolt, even though I made 2 marks, just need 1, so I'm going to choose the outside one here and drill down into the van. There we go. All right, so to install your plus nuts, you're grabbing the plus nut, threading it onto the plus nut tool here. Slide that into the hole, make sure you're all the way down. You can see we've got a few holes here from other products we've installed. Then you get this on here to hold your tool in place with your wrench, and then install. There we go. Okay, so now we just got to slide in our bolt. I got Ryan underneath right now. He is going to be holding that nut for us, getting it on there. Tighten her up. All right, so for this part of our install, because we have the floor in there, it's raised up, so we wanted to attach from the furthest point back to the closest point over here. And because there's no floor there, we're going to be using some nylon spacers just to help make that nice and stable. Slide in your spacer. Grab the bolt. We have a lock washer, a washer. Okay, so we've got our LB20 installed in our Ford Transit midroof. You can kind of see here, normally there'd be like a sill here or something like that to protect this area, but because we're putting this ramp in, it kind of serves us no purpose. Plus it would have kind of messed with how level our ramp would be. And also what's kind of nice is that it also leaves this open to get to the spare tire if ever needed. So we've got that going for us as well. All right, so on each side of the LB20, there are these clasps that kind of hold it in place. Open these up, move them out of the way. Get the other side, this is where your handle's at. Open that up, and then you are free to deploy the ramp. So you just pull it forward, you're using this handle here just to pull it right out, yank it down. Now, this LB20, now all the Link ramps have the wheel kit on them now, so that's super nice. You can just kind of set it down and roll it the rest of the way out. There you go. And once you're all set using your LB20, you just grab the handle, start rolling it up. Goes right into place. Super easy. And then push it closed on each side. All right, that wraps up the install for this LB20 in our Ford Transit mid-roof. You can find products like this ramp on upfitsupply.com, along with a bunch of other upfit and accessories to make you more effective in the field. I'm Johnny, have a good one.